All right, so I'm watching some of the live footage of what's going on in Minneapolis right now. There's a tragic shooting of a guy who was on the streets with ICE agents, also on the streets, and he got into an altercation with some ICE, and they took him down, and he had a gun in his waistband, and one of the agents found it, and you know he was wrestling with a bunch of agents, several agents, and then once they realized he had a gun, they shot him. Very tragic thing. From the footage I've seen, it doesn't look like it was a justified shooting at all. The guy wasn't he wasn't holding his gun, he wasn't reaching for his gun. He just had a gun, and it looks like once they probably saw the gun, and then one of the agents probably said gun. I didn't see it in the video, but they probably said he's got a gun, and then one of the other agents that was hands on probably just, when you hear that, he probably just went for his gun and they shot him. But but anyway, I was watching this live footage and I was looking at the building that they are at, and it kind of stood out to me. See what they're saying.
Outside of the city,
You Darvish
outside
just
of the
retired?
state, outside of the country, even. We
Wow.
know.
Well, there's just some other guy talking over this video, but in a different video, I was kind of looking at I was looking at the building that Alex was shot in front of, and I was kind of curious about it. So there's a bunch of people standing outside. Looks like they've gathered around a bunch of sticks and branches, and they've kind of made a little temporary memorial around the area. But anyway, so I was looking up the building and of where it happened, and I thought, wow, that's a really kind of a rundown looking building with that awning all torn up like it is. That doesn't look very good. I'm like, what business is this? Smart Therapy Center LLC. So I go and look it up on the Minnesota business name search. Look up Smart Therapy Center LLC. Look it up, and I see that's registered to a, oh, big zoom, Asha Hassan. Let me just get that on camera. Asha Hassan. So I looked this up. So I type in the business name and the street address, and the first result is this first defendant charged in autism fraud scheme. So I click on that. Yep, not a robot. And that brings up this story. First defendant charged in autism fraud scheme from Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Asha Farhan Hassan, age 28, charged today by federal information with wire fraud for her role in 14 million autism fraud scheme. Hassan was also charged with participating in Feeding Our Future fraud scheme, for which she received $465,000. Wow. So this building was one of the fraud schemes. Was involved with one of the autism fraud schemes. And it was all over the news last September, October, November. There's articles about it. And I was looking at one of these articles, and just because I wanted to see how long it had been receiving money. And this one here says, let's see, the fraud took place from November 2019 through December 2024. Smart Therapy obtained more than $14 million in reimbursements from the Minnesota Department of Human Services and UCare. Hassan split the proceeds with her partners, who have not been charged. She also sent hundreds of thousands of dollars abroad, using some of the funds to purchase real estate in Kenya. That's kind of the reason that Nick Shirley broke this whole thing open. Well, he didn't even break it open. This has been, this has been investigated for many years, but it really got national attention when Nick Shirley did his story. But these fraudsters have been taking money from the state and even federal funds, and the money's gone. Like they're sending it overseas. They're buying property in Kenya. And this is just one example. There's so many. But look at this, $14 million in 5 years from 2019 to 24. And we'll go back to the picture of the area. Does this look like a business that has received $14 million? This is terrible. Look at the condition that this is in. And they got $14 million. You can see inside on this photo. I mean, you can't really see inside, but the windows are not covered. But this place is in terrible condition. To know that they've been receiving millions of dollars a year, at least $3 million a year have been coming into this building, and they couldn't get good signage. They couldn't fix this awning. That just hasn't been there for a short amount of time. That's been like that for years. Even this image was taken in October of 2022 while they were receiving the money. Let's see more dates. Let's go back. June 2019 when they got the building. Let's see what the awning looks like. Okay. Look at this place. This is when they got the building. What was the building before that? It was a senior care center. I wonder if I could look that up. Nicollet Senior Care Center. Let's go back. No, we want to be here. Let's do another name search. Nicollet Senior Care Center. Oh, I spelled that wrong. How do I spell it? I did spell it right. Nicollet. Oh, probably just doesn't exist anymore. Nico, Llet. All right, so it doesn't exist, which is good. It's not supposed to exist. It's not there anymore. I just want to go back in time and see what this business used to look like. Okay, 2014. We're going all the way back to 2007. You guys probably can't even see that on the. Whoops. Let me adjust this. But anyway, going back to 2007. It's 2011, 2014, 2016. Look how peaceful these streets are. 2016, 2017, 2019. Okay, here's where it gets purchased by. Wait, I jumped again. 2022 is when they open up this this business, Smart Therapy. Now, so this at this moment, they started the business in 2019 is when they started collecting money from the state. So business is 3 years into it, collecting $3 million a year at least, if we average it out. I guess I don't know when their payments was. But does this look like a business that's getting millions of dollars in aid? You can see in the windows, there's stickers on the wall there, but there's just some chairs and stuff. Okay, and then that's June of 2022 when they're actively getting money from the state. In October of 2022, and it looks the same as it did in June. So from June to October, it looks basically the same. Here's October, and here's June. in the same year. Now, imagine in that year, they've gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars, and the place looks like this. It's just unreal. And now, this is what it looks like today in that on that same street. Just everyone, you know, claiming the street, owning the street. At least they think they own it. Let's see. Let's get some audio. Let's see what's going on here. Where's my mouse? There we go. Should get the. This footage is brought by BG on the scene. I don't know. I just think. Hold on, let me pause this. I just think it's really crazy that the man was killed today right in front of this building where they were committing fraud in the millions, which brought attention to the city, which brought the attention of ICE and Trump and the administration onto Minneapolis because of how much fraud was happening here by immigrants, that they wanted to send ICE to Minneapolis to go after illegal immigration and stop fraud from happening and stop, and catch criminals. And it just, the fact that he was killed right here in this spot in front of this building kind of just comes full circle on ICE wouldn't even, I wouldn't say they wouldn't be here, but they may not have been here if there wasn't so much attention on the fraud. I don't know, I think it's just all connected. It all is tied together. Anyway, that's kind of all I have to say about that at this moment. What do you guys think about this case?